Hello, good morning all. Yeah. We are very happy to host former UPSC Chairman Dr. P Agrawal sir in our institute. So his experience has been phenomenal throughout his life, and he is here to share his experience for our life as well. He has started his career as a professor in IIT Delhi in mechanical engineering, and he has been a founder director of Indian Institute of Information Technology and Management in Gwalior, and he has started that institute from ground zero, and he has been done great work there as well. And after that he was appointed as UPSC member in 2004. So that's where he was associated with UPSC, and he became UPSC Chairman in 2008, and 6 years he has been recruiting the All India service people through UPSC. And we can realize that our syllabus we are following now is also formalized during his time. So 2013 was it formalized under his chairmanship. So after that, still it's being relevant. We can't question the relevance of it now. Even if we check it now, it's still relevant, and that's what his work was. And his association with Institute has been phenomenal in interview guidance. He exactly addresses the expectation of UPSC and the knowledge gap and the preparation gap we have during the UPSC interview preparation, and that helps a lot of candidates throughout their journey. So, and it has been one of the factors that KingMakers has been doing great in the scoring, guiding people to score very good marks in the interview as well. And we warmly welcome you, sir, for this occasion. Yes, CMD sir will guide us through it.
Hi, very good morning. So, finally your great journey starts today, right? Though some of you would have started your journey much earlier, maybe even your school days, some of you would have started your preparation. But your formal coaching starts from today. The blessings from such a great personality will not be available for everyone, right? With his blessings, with his wishes, you are all going to start your journey today. I am sure how we were able to achieve in the civil service examination personality test in the last few years, you know very well. I am sure the same thing is going to continue forever with the help of our mentor, well-wisher, our former UPSC Chairman P Agrawal sir. Today he has come all the way from Delhi to inspire you, to motivate you, to guide you, to put you in the right direction, which are very, very essential for any aspirant, particularly for the beginners. So make use of this session. You will understand that what is the demand of this exam, how you should look at the issue, what is the approach it is required to become a civil servant, what is the idea of behind setting up of the syllabus for UPSC Prelims as well as the mains as well as in the personality test. Because he is the man who framed this syllabus, the pattern of the exam, the structure of the exam, the syllabus of the exam, everything was reformed only during Sir period when he was a chairman. Sir is the one who introduced CSAT. Sir is the one again, he found that it has to become a minimum qualifying paper, then again it was introduced as a qualifying paper. Then reading comprehension, logical reasoning, aptitude. See, these are all the qualities which will help you to take a quick decision. And again, to find out whether you have that problem solving abilities, which can be tested only through this kind of methodologies. So sir found that this is very, very required for an administrator. Then sir introduced these subjects in the civil service exam. Then again, sir found that the most ethical bureaucrats are required to lead our country. He found that there were a gap in the syllabus. Then sir is the one who introduced ethics and integrity in the UPSC civil service examination. Since then, those who are recruited in the civil service examination, their performance are much better than the people, those who were recruited earlier than sir period. So I am sure you are all going to be guided by such a genius. So I am sure you will utilize, you will also bring the glory not only to KingMakers IAS Academy, not only to our state, but also to our entire country. With those few words, I wish everyone a great success. Wish you all the best. On behalf of you, once again, I welcome Dr. P Agrawal sir for such a great event. Thank you, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes.
That's okay. Morning, friends. Bhuminathan ji, the CMD of KingMaker. Indeed, it is a very great pleasure, and it is by choice that I like to meet as many young aspirants as I could in this country, and that's what I do. My association with KingMaker is for many years now. Not for anything, but that he gives me an opportunity to meet so many young people, at least from the state of Tamil Nadu, but at the later period across the country. And whenever I meet young people, 2-3 things are become very common. That the youth of today wants to become a partner in development of the country. That's number one choice they make. Number two, that if somebody holds their hand, they can achieve the targets which you laid out for yourself. One, relate to your dreams. And your dream is that you want to work for people at large, do something for which you are remembered. Is that the dream which you have? We all are undergraduate students, we are PG students, we are PhD students, we become faculty. There are a number of avenues. And Tamil Nadu is a state which is fairly developed, and there are a number of other opportunities there. Why you are here is that you want to become a part of a group of people who are there in their blood, in their thinking, that they want to become a civil servant, and while they are a civil servant, what good they can do to public at large, to society around, and to yourself. So please understand, the moment you decide to become a civil servant, you are ensuring that you do good for yourself, you do good for society, and you do good for the country at large. Now there is no other job in this country which allows a young person who is an undergraduate, if you qualify this exam, you can become part of that service. You can make contribution to the country at large. For example, I did not take this exam, but I started my career in the IITs. So I could be good in research, I could be at the best place. Similarly, somebody could be very good in programming, somebody could be a good medico. So those options are there. So don't bother that there are no options. There are multi-options, but you have chosen one of them, and this one of them is that you are a young person, you want to take a plunge, you want to prepare the exam, you want to be as early as possible into civil service. Correct? Have I explained it correctly to you? Now, once you decide at a young age to do something which many people do, and you know how many people do every year? Every year about 10 to 11 lakh people apply for a civil service exam. Correct? So you are becoming a part of such a group and want to succeed. What is your dream? That you want to succeed, if possible in the first attempt, if not possible maybe second, third or whatever attempts. But you want to succeed. So this dream to remain successful and succeed should always be with you. You have not come for coaching here. You have come to meet them to help you to achieve your dream. So don't try to put this in a very tight jacket saying they're coaching you. They're actually transforming you to fulfill your dreams, to understand your dream and provide a program according to your needs and wants. Now this is important. Don't always come here, you want to attend a class and go back. This you have been doing. Am I right? When you go to university, you go to college, you go and attend classes. But here they want to towards your dream. And dream is, out of 10 lakh students every year who apply for civil service, you want to be in the top 1000. Correct? So now you can see the effort. I am not saying that everybody should come in the first attempt. Some may, nobody stops them. And I am sure KingMakers must have told you about 14 to 15% people every year do come in the first attempt. So it is not true that people don't come in the first attempt. Bulk of the people will come in the second attempt, the third attempt, and remaining 10 to 15% will come in the subsequent attempts, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what I am trying to tell you is that work very hard and try to come in the first 3 attempts itself. At least plan for 3 attempts, at least. So mentally, you and your family is committed to make very good 3 attempts. If you starting journey today, tomorrow if you don't make it, you leave it. This you don't do. You can decide today whether you want to come, but if you come, please consider it will be first attempt, it will be second attempt, it will be third attempt. By 3 attempts, 70 to 75% people do qualify. Is that correct? So I am seeking to you an association of at least for 3 years. From the day you decide that you want to make the first attempt. I'll explain that to you. This exam, as you know, is a 3-part exam. Correct? And to know more about it, what is the best method, they would tell you. But there is also a Gazette of India which is published every year. For the exam of 26, it has been published in January. Its copy is available online. It's also copy available here. Kindly read that. This explains you what is required for you to prepare, how to prepare, what is the prelim exam, what is the main exam, what is the personality test. If you do it yourself, it is better, because when you learn, self-learn, your doubts also get cleared. If still doubt remain, come here, they'll explain. But the fact remain, earlier you know what you want to do, better it is. And it is better to know yourself. You swim yourself rather than swimmer all the time tell you. Struggle is a must. So prelim exam, 10 lakh candidate apply. 5 to 6 lakh candidates appear. About 15,000 are chosen for the main exam, which has more comprehensive examination. Prelim has only 2 papers, objective type. You understand what is objective type? MCQs. 4 option, 1 is right, 2 others are right. Okay? And then comprehensive exam, the main. So out of those 15,000, about 2,500 people are invited for personality test. Now, though the personality tests come in the end, but the day one you decide to be civil servant, you have to improve your personality to be a civil servant. You can't leave it for the last. You actually start with it. Now, what is the personality of a civil servant? What do you think? How does a collector look like? He's like you. He also got 2 eyes, 2 ears. He's a boy or a girl. What is difference in him? Tell me what could be a difference. Number one, he meets lots of people, listen to them, understand what are they looking. So what is called as, you meet people, listen to them, absorb is more important. They also learn what are various situations in the society, situations in governance, situations in international relation, situations in economy, situations in disasters or any such. Because governance or the government consists of all activities. You can list, if you start listing down what government does and what governance would mean, it means everything for you. Getting drinking water, getting sanitation, getting housing, getting children education, health, roads, infrastructure, ports, airports, name anything. It's a role of the government. So as a bureaucrat, you have to get now ready to understand these issues. You have been traveling on the road of Chennai for up to a number of years. But tomorrow you would start looking these roads. How would you improve them? Do you require more roads? What are the bottlenecks on the roads? What can be done? Now these are the questions would come in your mind. It will not be attending class only of history, geography, political science, but asking question, what society is suffering. Each political party says they will do this, this, this. Know it. You should know it. Not that you are a political activist. But each political party say they want to do this. Why they want to do this? Because these are some of the problems of the people of this country. Sometimes we got also problem not because of us, but because of the global connect. You could see America fighting with Iran, we are facing the problem. It is not our buying. So in a world of today, you cannot be a student of one college, don't understand what is happening in Chennai. You cannot be only of Chennai, don't know what is happening in Tamil Nadu. You tomorrow want to aspire to be a civil servant, that means you are ready to understand the nuances of this country, culture of this country, and you are ready to work anywhere. It is possible that you belong to Chennai, but you get posted in Northeast. So your understanding of the country must start today. So all of you have started to decide to become civil servant, must try to think like a bureaucrat. That would mean you should know society, you should know country, you should know culture, you should know economics. Now this would come from where? Talking to each other, listening to them. Some part they do, but some part you have to do. If I am a young student, bright young student, I would tell you, even today you go to schools, bright young children can tell you everything on earth. They will discuss with you sustainable development. They will tell you 17 goals of development. They will say transport problem. They will talk about GDP growth, they'll talk about service sector contribution, they talked about industry contribution. Are you aware of these? How many of you take interest to know these things? Kindly raise hands. If you have not started taking interest till today, every day start taking interest. It should be in your mind all the time. This exam is not merely qualifying paper. And papers are not simple. I can assure you papers will not be simple. They are also not predictable. That means it requires lots of reading. In thinking that you are becoming a civil servant who has a very good communication, who has an understanding of problems, who can use his own words to write the answers correctly and rightly in the first attempt. And that's how it is. So far, most of you are doing BA, or how many of you are currently registered for BA or BSc or BE?
All of them, they have completed the graduation.
All you completed graduation? You are doing full time now? Okay. Now full time would mean, now in the university, how many of you, when you were part of university, did you participate in the other activities? Culture, sports, writing, other student activities? Can you raise hands? Some people who are really done well. For a civil service, it is a very good positive statement when you do something beyond what you are required to do. You are there to do a course, maybe a BA in economics, maybe a BA in political science, maybe a computer science engineering, or maybe any course. But when you had participated in student activities, sports, you learn to work in teams. And you learn to live with failures and success. You learn to communicate with large number of people. And whatever opportunity was given to you, it allows you to develop leadership in you. So important is that you want to become a leader. So mere examination does not make you a leader. You should start becoming leader from today. That means while you attend your coaching classes, you also make groups among yourself, understand, discuss, debate as far as possible. Probably go to schools and colleges, speak on the subjects which are important. More you speak of it, more clarity comes to you. Otherwise, whatever you study in the university, you think it is the same system, you go and give an exam. It is not. Firstly, the exam is different. Am I right? Now, how many of you are from humanities areas? One?
How many are
Raise your hand. How many people who are in humanities and social sciences? Okay, good. Yeah. How many are from sciences? Okay. How many are from engineering? Yeah. Now it's not unusual. Every year, out of 5 lakh who appear, 3 lakhs happen to be engineers. It's also not difficult to understand because the maximum number of colleges are in engineering, and most of the young bright students are going to engineering. So nothing sorry about it. I just want to check up where you are. You got your virtues, you got your training, and accordingly, based on your strength, you can develop your learning curve. So let me address the first, how do you inculcate a sense of knowing everything? I already said, start talking to each other. Make a group. Start discussing. Don't discuss politics of MPs and MLAs. None of you are going to become an MLA or MP quickly. You might become later, not a problem. Today, you must become a bureaucrat. And bureaucrat deals with problems of society, the policy. So, Government of India policy, Government of Tamil Nadu policies, which are available online, you should read. I suggest to all of you, spend 1 hour per day on internet only to look at policies of state government in policy of government of India. Nobody tells you this, but I am telling you, spend 1 hour per day to go through internet and look at policies. When you look at a policy, either it could be employment policy, it could be drinking water policy, it could be irrigation policy, it could be Gokulam policy, it could be any other policy. And you would notice that most of the questions in UPSC are based on the policy frame and the framed accordingly. So if you become too used to these policies, many times what you do, when you come for the main prelim exam, the last leg of exam, you start preparing for it. It is today you prepare. The one source is internet. All the states got their own state pages. So go through the state information. Each district also has a page online. Have you seen any district website? Have you seen any district website? I would suggest, please go to the website of the district to which you belong to. And you will find out so much of information is available. It gives you the population structure, it gives you the projects which are there, it gives you the economic development, it gives you whatever questions you ask. In fact, every district must share with the public what is called developmental plan of the district. You have not heard these words, but you would learn. So idea is that you start acquiring these words yourself. So don't commit 1 hour for entertainment, commit 1 hour on internet about the policies of the governments. Is that correct? What is the second source of getting this? The newspaper. From today, if you are not reading a newspaper, please read a newspaper. I am not saying that there is no need to look at the page 1 where the politics is talked. Where international relations are talked, look at that. But don't look at it which government is formed in Assam, what the Assam Chief Minister have said, until it's a developmental activity. Your role is to look at developmental activities, economic activities, attainment in sciences, attainment of people of this country in other sector. Somebody very good in sports, somebody is very good in other areas, that you should know. There is nothing wrong to know about the films. People do ask you questions, your choices and hobbies, dramas, details, music, language. So please start reading a newspaper. Newspaper, I suggest read one in the vernacular. I am saying if you all are Tamilians, please one Tamil paper. Why? Most of the people don't say this. I say this. Can I get water also? Drink a glass of warm water? Now why I say that read a Tamil newspaper? Because we want to know what is happening in these small towns. If you read a newspaper like Times of India or Hindu, they will only give you one page for a state. But you want to know more about your state. So you can only get from your local language paper. No harm to learn through your own language paper. Then read one English newspaper. It's your choice. They might say Hindu, I don't support it, but I leave it to you. Any newspaper which you can understand is better. The first time when you are preparing yourself, read the newspaper for the piece of information. It is not here that I want to read the editorial always. I will not be interested. I want to make this as my habit. You will all be surprised. I started reading newspaper, not that I wanted to become a civil servant, but I wanted to know what's happening when I was only in 6th standard. Until today I read a newspaper. Therefore I am more informed. I am informed about your state, I am informed about Uttar Pradesh, I am informed about Northeast. Now that is the kind of personality you must grow. You can't be selective. So I have said selective about Tamil Nadu through Tamil paper, but know more about the country through internet and through one English newspaper. So two sources. So from today, your information base must become bigger, bigger and bigger. Any information to you should be known to you. Whether it is a Supreme Court judgment, whether it is an empowerment case, or it is a case, for example, the other day there was a case in one of the state government court which said attendance of 75% is not required to appear in exam. It is a judgment of High Court. Many universities have a rule of 75% attendance. So there could be a question in UPSC asking the relevance of attendance for a student to learn. Because new education policy talks about flexible education. Now that's how the linkages start. Now why this exam is so different than your university exam? It can link everything to anything. We are talking about attendance, but we are talking about flexibility of education as given in the NEP. But when you are becoming a civil servant, you are not governed by the rules of individual state. Please understand, I am not saying that you don't follow the state policy, but when you prepare for civil service, look at the Government of India policy. You can criticize the Government of India policy, nobody stops you. You can have your own reasons to criticize it, but there has to be logical criticism. You are not using a heart on the palm in answering. No. Bureaucrat is a logical person whose knowledge is important through information, and through the information from different sources, he filters this information. If you read 4 places, you can make your judgment. If you read 1 places, you cannot make a judgment. So important is how do you make your own judgment. So from today, try to get more information, more information, more information. If you do it regularly, without fail, I can assure you in 1 month time you will feel a difference. You will be ready to talk to on any other topic. So that's the first thing. The second part is that keep this motivation for 3 years. If you are a failure in first attempt, you might drop. Nobody stops you. But if you still have a dream to continue, please do continue for second and third attempt. Also important is that since you will continue to do 3 times, don't make many changes from first attempt to third attempt. What I am talking about is that prelim papers are compulsory and same for all. No choice. The only choice is in some subject you may be weaker, in some subject you may be stronger. The whole idea is that maybe you can leave some topics for little later date. First you do something which are good, you are good at it. So first do that. Because something which you know, and you work on them, you become very happy. So first you try to master something which you are comfortable. Yeah. Correct? I am not saying start from the difficult. Start from the easiest, get the confidence in, be very happy. And if you are very comfortable in what you know, solve all kinds of questions possible. It will give you more practice, more practice, more practice. Then pick up something, the next stage. So confidence of the first one pull you further, go to the next stage. So first part should constitute at least 30 to 35% of the civil service preparation. If you think, if you assess yourself and you find that based on what you are today, you can handle 30 to 35% of learning, you are in a better place. If you think you can't handle that, you require much more reading. Many times we come because somebody said, why don't you appear in civil service? But you should assess yourself what is in you. You are leading graduation, you are in school, so look at the subject area, look at the question paper, find out how much you can do. I would request Kingmaker to let you know the question paper in the next 2 days. Prelim paper. Have you given them?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the question paper? If you look at that question paper of Prelim 1 and 2, and you can honestly judge how much you know out of it. You may not answer it. Because if you look at the prelim paper, it's a good reading. 100 question paper 1, each question might be 2 paragraphs or 1 paragraph. So reading itself takes time. So immediate practice for you is to read the last year papers. When you start reading the question paper, then you know whether are you following it. He has appeared in exams, and he will agree that the first time when you read the question paper, you don't make head and tail. So I am suggesting to you, like I said, 1 hour for internet, for improving your information base. I also suggest half an hour per day to read the previous prelim paper 1 and 2. Do that regularly. For next 15 days, if you do that, you will start getting hang of it. Then when you will come to the class, you will start correlating. What is the teaching? What kind of questions being asked? If you come here and sit down in the class as you did in the university, I assure you, you will not grow. Every time whatever they teach, you should be able to correlate. Correct? Am I right? Any questions so far? Any difficulty which you feel? I've touched very simple things for you, but they are very relevant. And for everybody, next 15 days are going to be like this. The other part in this exam is, if you look at the structure of the prelim paper 1 and 2, आपने देखा? Have you seen? Okay. Do you find it so different than the university exam? How many can appreciate the difference? Everybody should. Because in the university, when you are doing undergraduate, you are doing a subject focus area. Prelim paper 1 and 2 are not subject focus areas. They are information of everything, what happens in this country, what happens in the society, what happens in the polity, what happens in the economics, what happens in international relations. So it's a conglomeration of all the knowledge which is possible for a graduate to learn in this country. So when you start going to the school, till you go to graduation, everything is covered. But you don't remember, you don't correlate. You forget your school. In fact, school is the place where you learn so much. If I remember in 8th and 9th standard, Constitution in India is taught. But how many of you remember? Nobody. You are also told how parliament elections occur. They have told you how can you become a voter. It is done in 8th and 9th standard. It is also done in Sustainable Development Goals, global warming, greenhouse gases, in your school 9th, 10th. That means, what have you learned till your 12th class in a school? It has to be relearned. Can you see the relevance? Have you done the course in your school called either in 9th, 10th, you got a subject on geography? What you have a common subject here in 9th, 10th? What are the 9th, 10th subject here? Science, social science, mathematics, English, and Tamil. So in social science they teach you history, geography, polity and everything, and sociology. So you have to revisit that. Immediately what they will ask you, to revisit that. That means all the books of NCERT starting from 6th till 12th must be gone. If you do that quickly in 10-15 days, what they are going to teach you here, you will appreciate better. Otherwise, you will not learn much better. You will come here and go. Correct? And I'm sure they will be asking you. So first, from tomorrow, start devoting. If you don't even have NCERT books, revise your Tamil books. How many of you got your Tamil school learning in Tamil? How many in English medium? So bulk you are in English medium. Books would be NCERT or CBSE or ICSE. Please revise your school. Now more seriously. Days are gone when you try to mug up. But now recall what your teacher taught you. Everything is based on school education. If you look at prelim exam, if you look at main exam, 70% of it is purely school. If you are good at it, you can definitely make it. But if you have a sketchy information, no, it's not possible. Go deeper, because school is like there is a topic but more depth is required. They give you a chapter on constitution, but they are connected things with constitution, starting from preamble, the parliament, the assemblies, state role, the governor role, and blah blah blah. Correct? That's how you have to learn. Events in history, geography, and mainly the sustainability. So what I now said, improve information based, discuss among yourself, start preparing school. Judge yourself your strength, first prepare the strength area, then go to subsequent and the subsequent. Don't get demotivated. All right? So prelim being common, not an issue. Everybody seems to be scared that prelim, there is a paper on mathematics. There is no paper in mathematics. It is simple number manipulation using statistical tool and sometimes simple arithmetic tools, which everybody learns. All students of this country do mathematics till 10th standard. But we tend to completely ignore that we learned till school 10th standard mathematics. How many would remember what you learned in mathematics? In 10th? You tend to say, "Mujhe nahi aata tha, I didn't know." You just can't say this that I don't know. Whatever taught in school must be learnt. Even it was mathematics, please read it. Not beyond this. There is no high level mathematics, there is no high level computing, there is no high level chemistry, there is no high level physics. It's all school, all school, all school. So please revisit school. There is no difference between Tamil language books and the NCERT book, not a great difference. I can tell you this from my experience. So don't tell me, "Sir, I have read in Tamil, so I can't do it." Now these are people who make unnecessarily canard. You are here to successful in this exam, make best out of it. Correct? I already said, spend time to read the previous papers. Next 10 days, read the last 4-year papers. Only read. Make your notes that while you read the question paper, how much you follow. How much time do you take to read that paper? It's important because in exam it's a 2-hour paper, 100 questions. So you have to not only read the question, understand the question, also answer the correctness. So it's a task. So mental preparation for a competitive exam is to understand the question. It's a practice. In the university, the question comes from what professor teaches you. but it's multi-question. Paper 1, there will be question on Tamil literature, can be. There could be architecture, there could be dance music, there could be history, geography. So in one paper, 100 question, 7 question each into 10 times areas, you are supposed to know. So when you want to become a civil servant, this revisiting itself make you a top person. I can tell you the difference will come within 1 month and a half if you follow what I have said. You will become confident, you will understand what's happening around you, you are mentally ready to appreciate what's going to be taught in depth. So that preparation is a must to begin with. The more important decision you have to take is when to appear in prelim. Prelim exam of UPSC is conducted every year in May. It has not changed. So this year you are this batch. So you will be eligible to May 27. Correct? I'll give a very thumb rule. Many times people go and take exam because I want to do a practice. Don't ever do UPSC exam for practice. Why? That practice you can do at home. All question papers are available. You can start solving those question paper. If you get 80% sitting at home, in those question papers of prelim, you should appear. If you do only 40%, never appear. You will not succeed and there will be demotivation. Every demotivation makes you more complex, more fearful. So there are every step, there are thumb rules. Whosoever might say, go and appear. Judge yourself. Can you solve last year problems? After the subjects are similar. You are reading the same material. You are not leaving everything. So if you can solve last 4 years papers and can get 80% before May 27, say by March, you should appear. Otherwise there is no need. Correct? That's also not the guarantee. After all, out of 5-6 lakhs, we'll take 15,000. 15,000 because there are different categories, SC, ST, OBC, weaker sections in general category. Correct? So first task would be to qualify prelim, whose paper 2 is a qualifier with minimum 35% marks, which deals with English standard of 10th level, and start doing that first. So first preparation, I have given you 4 steps already, 5th now I am giving. Start preparing for paper 2 first of prelim. And within the next 3 months, you should all get 50% in paper 2. Paper 2 is one paper where nothing new happening. It's an application of same thoughts in logic, and it's only a qualifier. So early the qualifier finished, better it is. And then you continue to prepare the prelim paper 1, which has, as I said, you have to study everything based on the school and built on a school. Is that sufficient for some time for you to assimilate, or you want to know what happens in the main? Shall I leave you with prelim and be happy for a month or 2, and maybe some other day I'll tell me, is what I said so far, how much time you think you will get into that position? If you start working from today, and this working hour I don't touch because it depends on person. Somebody might prepare in 3 hours, somebody might do it 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. But a consistent, regular studies is a must. Always use books which are of high standards. At least books which universities recommend. Coaching people do give you information. Use that information also. So, please read good material. data is required. So can I now give you the task which I have given? It's a good 4-month task. Do you think it will take, in 4 months you will be ready? How many are confident? Can somebody repeat what I said? What are the 4 things which you have to do? Anybody stand and repeat? Just repeat. What 4 things I have given to you? Somebody should, don't be shy. Tomorrow you know each other. How many of you know each other? Do you mixed already or is first time you're coming? Start knowing each other, you know. There's nothing wrong about it. More you know each other, better it is. Whether it's a girl or a boy, it's not required that only girls know girls can also know boys. They are not criminals, they are interesting people. And similarly, girls are also not toys, so please interact. They are equally competitor with you. So please don't underrate anybody. They are each competitor. Build each other's strength. Okay, don't cut below the belt jokes. Learn not to use filthy language. Use good language. Because from today you are a bureaucrat. How does a bureaucrat behaves? How does he conducts is important. Your personality must become a bureaucrat. Tomorrow when you go on the road, there must be some aura around you that here is a person who is well behaved, who knows how to communicate, he is more informed and he is more polite. Will this change is possible? It's important, it's not easy to come. Many times we are so brusque. To become polite. Learn how to learn. If he teaches you and you don't want to learn, you will not learn. If 3 of you are talking to each other, learn some meaningful things. Yes, sometimes entertainment is a must. But talk meaningful things. When you discuss politics, you will fight with each other. Don't discuss. Whether it's going to be Vijay or somebody else, it doesn't matter. You will only become bureaucrat. You will not become chief minister. And you all know, even PM says, bureaucrat control us. So if you want to control the prime minister, you must become bureaucrat. So you have to be more knowledgeable. You have to be more authority. You are taking that path. So avoid prepare you clash, develop concurrence. So more you discuss, develop concurrence. So you will have point of view, she will have point of view, 4 point of view might be 2 good point of view out of it. But more you understand point of views, better it is. What UPSC requires in the end is what is your point of view. Not that what was the point of view of chief minister or a particular minister or a particular bureaucrat. It is your view which is important. I think I should leave you at this stage. You can ask me more questions. I have given you enough. If you seriously start working and monitor yourself. First task I have given, start devoting 1 hour to know the policies. You can make notes. 1 hour per day knowing the policies of your state government and the central government. In central government there are 40 odd ministries. In state government also about 30 ministries. Each ministry has their own policies. For example, there was a summit on AI. You remember Delhi there was a summit? How many of you know what was discussed? If you have followed that AI summit, you would know everything on AI. So science has to be learned, which is called popular science, through learning through newspapers what's happening in the country. You're not designing Chandrayaan, but when Chandrayaan was taken, everything was written. On the science day, lot of material come on science. On environment day, lot of material come on environment day. So this is how you will improve. Second point I made, read newspaper, vernacular, know about the district, know about the society, culture of our own state. You can't say that I don't know what is in Madurai. You don't know how many states are there. You don't know how much, which state, which district is better, which is the better economically developed, which are the good part of Coimbatore district, which are the good part of Trichy district. You should know that. Which are the important monument where. You are a Tamil Nadu person, grown here, 20 years in life, you should know everything. Now what you know about Tamil Nadu, now you should know about other states. Is it not a gigantic task? And it was given in a school. So you can find out equally important dances, music, culture of other states. Correct? So, number one, go to internet, about district, about policy of the government. Go to NCERT books, go to school books, revise them once again. Go to newspaper, read about the culture. Built on this, knowledge about the other states. Once having done, prepare Prelim 2 first. If you have done mathematics of your school, there is no worry. So, Prelim paper 2, you start doing it. There are questions which are comprehension. You look at the question, read it, answer some questions, which you do in school. But you get so scared that it's a Prelim paper 2 CSET paper. There is no CSET. Nothing is set there. It's a dynamic question paper on what do you do every day. Built around a story. There's storyline. Correct? And then come back to paper 1. Paper 1, they help you to prepare, read the material, their material, and continue. Consistent, regular studies. You can't say, one day you study 12 hours, the day you go 2 hours. It can only happen when there are calamities or you're going for a family marriage. But on a regular basis, if it is a regular day, you should plan your studies depending on your own knowledge base. 4 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. And you can also distribute your time. I only suggest, till you are a part of this journey, take a regular exercise in the evening. You should regularly do an exercise in the evening, either walking in the park. I don't suggest gyms, because gyms is a confined environment. I always advise the public places, the best course is to walk, go to park, observe around you, look at around you, travel across on a bus, move from one end to another end. Be observant. Till now when you are busing or gossiping with a friend, now look at outside. Look at the behaviors of people on the road. Look at the monument, look at the important places. If you go abroad, ask a young student. He will tell you what is good in that city. So he is a city guide. How many are city guide? Very high. You should know everything. You should be able to tell somebody who come to Chennai on a 3-day program what she to do. And how should you do it cheaper? Not on taxi but on a bus or on a train. Today, transportation is an important aspect of life. We got metros, we got normal trains, we got buses, we got air journeys, we got ship journeys, and we got cars and lorries. In the development in each area, and finally I said, learn science through newspaper. They will also expose you. For example, if you learn to AI, every day written about AI in the newspaper. You want to learn about some of the health issues, learn through. Which are the epidemics? Which are the prevalent diseases? Okay, so now left with questions only. I have spoken 1 hour. Any question? Ask freely, don't bother. Yeah. Can I sit here? You can ask questions now. I'm expecting 10 questions. Then if you don't ask yourself, I'll ask you row by row. Then you have to ask me a question. So I give you 3 minutes, think of a question, I'll ask any of you. Yeah, I'll just wait. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. You stand up first, introduce yourself, about your background, and then.
I'm Jay Chandran, sir, from Puducherry.
They can also listen.
I'm Jay Chandran from Puducherry State. So I've completed my law. I'm in my 10th semester. P Agrawal, IAS course. So actually my doubt now is that you told us to prepare, like mentally you told us to prepare for 3 years. Like we should be strong in 3 years with the motivation. So that's correct, sir. But for first attempt, if we have to clear in first attempt, what and all we should add up, sir?
I've already said, prelim I explained, if you by the March 27, you can get 80% on the previous paper. When you solve, you are ready, and I can assure you will qualify prelim. I have not touched mains. Mains consist of 2 papers which are like English and a language, which you start doing from today. Okay? I thought you will ask that. Since you are asking, I am now telling. So prelim I explained, in the main there are 2 papers called compulsory paper, one on English language and other on the language you choose. You start doing today onward. This paper in the next 4 months you must qualify yourself. That means anywhere you find a question paper related to language and English and Tamil, most of you will take Tamil, I suppose. You should qualify. And when you qualify, at your home you should get 50% marks. Now from today, we are in the month of May, till next month, next May, 12 month. How do you distribute? I have already said, devote these 3 months on prelim. Have I said so? And I have given enough task, so that you are mentally ready to push. And then I am now adding qualifying English and the mother tongue. Is it possible? This should be done even today. If you look at the last year paper, you should take that paper today and ask KingMakers Academy, are you successful or not? You should all be successful. There is nothing in it. Have you given that paper? Today go back home. It's available online, give it. And see whether you qualify. Check your copy. What is the next paper? Is an essay. The best way to write in the school and the university, have you written essays? Some form of the essay have you written in school? I am sure. Would you remember your 11th, 12th essays? If you remember them, write them once again. When you write an essay, leave it for a week, read it again. Then you would know you could write a better essay. So now I am adding another 3 things, and I am taking 1 more month extra to do this. So by the 4th month, you are now ready to study the main. Now when you study the main has 4 general study papers. Now those 4 papers constitute paper 1 of the prelim. Bulkily. I will not say 1 to 1, but yes. Am I right?
Yes.
So you start now from paper 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th is ethics, which is a part of the paper 2 in the prelim. Guidance is available, syllabus is given, previous papers are known. So you plan your own strategy to learn, not that they plan for you. Each of you should plan your study of learning. Correct? More you do it, better it is. So that means in the 3rd month itself, you start GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. Prelim paper 1 would be prepared along. You come in the month of March. You will reach by month of January. You have an option now. There is a paper called optional subject. Now option is your choice. I can only give guideline. You are a law graduate, choose law as an option. Why I say so? Option has only 2 papers. If you take an option which you have not studied at all, you will require to prepare it from zero. What is your graduation subject? MSc Psychology. BA also Psychology. In BA also you done Psychology?
Yeah, BSc and MSc Psychology.
Yeah. Now if she is in Psychology, should she not use Psychology as subject?
I need to choose.
She should not divert to go to Social Studies or Political Science. Purely because there would be 5 questions in Prelim and there would be General Studies. In any case, you have to prepare for General Studies anyway.
Actually, one more doubt I'm having is that now I'm a law student in 10th semester. But still I have a doubt that can I keep my law as my option? Because
Why not? Why doubt?
Because
Where is the doubt?
from IPC it changed to BLS.
It doesn't matter.
And still we have to prepare for many sections, still we have to remember everything. So I think that
You have been studying 4-5 years. If you pick up, what subject you will pick up?
but actually I
Tell me what subject you will pick up if not law.
still I'm not.
Think of it. Guess. You can't take science. You can't take engineering. You can't take biosciences. So what you are left with? Political science, geography, history, or what is good in you about it? You will require at least 1 year to even know the vocabulary. So 1 year is gone. No confidence will come. So anybody who is doing this as a BA subject is better than you anyway. You are not an engineering graduate who has known the practice of qualifying tests. Engineers has an advantage because they appear many competitive tests. So they develop an art of solving problem. वो भी आपको नहीं है. So best course to you would be to take law. And don't deviate on it. Okay? That's my suggestion. Any other question? First row now. Anybody? Any?
Yeah.
First row. Let's first row.
Yeah, first two.
Sir, hello sir. My name is Jemima. I have completed a BSc Mathematics and I'm doing correspondence distance education in MSc Mathematics. So I have planned to take mathematics as my optional as well as I'm thinking of PSIR if I could choose that as my optional.
That decision you should take quickly. You don't have much time because you are giving you 1-2 years. Whether you want to do PSR or mathematics, you should take a call quickly.
Sir, is there any advantage of taking mathematics?
There is no advantage, disadvantage choosing any paper you want. Only thing is that mathematics will have lesser people choosing because many think that, again, I leave it to you without saying, people think that they do general studies, so taking one of the subjects is better. There is no better and good. 10,000 people will take history, so you have to compete there. Mathematics would be 500, you can do better. If you are a good mathematics student, take mathematics. But you should be good. Yes. Yep, line 2 now.
I told you earlier, for mathematics, the same question was raised by one girl, Priyadarshini, 2 years before. She opted mathematics. Sir suggested the same thing. If you are very strong, if you are very good at mathematics, go with that. She was the all India #1 rank. Okay, she got in mathematics, I'm talking, not in general. In mathematics, she is recorded India's highest mark in mathematics. It all depends upon you.
Hello sir, I'm Vaishnavi and I have completed my post-graduation in physics. I have a question on essay paper because I have gone through the previous edition. Most of them are philosophical maths. one line I have copied and pasted it in the internet. Then it shows it's from Ralph and Emerson's essays. That one line was taken. So how to prepare for that? Because we can't predict the paper.
You see, first for essay preparation, you require, what is an essay? On any given topic, you have to write your views, either for the topic or against the topic. Am I right? Consider. So first practice is, whatever essay you can pick up and write. There's a part called introduction of the essay, your thesis you want to build, what you want to say, and your conclusion. It is to be written in a certain number of pages, 4, 5, whatever. Currently we have restricted the number of pages to be written. So first practice is to learn to write coherently. So don't today worry about whether it will be philosophical or anything. It is today is a practice to write. Collect your ideas and write in a manner in which I can convince the examiner that I made a point. That's what I said. Take essays from school board. If you look at school board of last 4 years, there are essays on philosophical points, there are essays on normal setups. Essay will not be direct, that I can assure you. When you learn the general studies paper, you learn a lot of things there. So some of the issues become clearer to you as you grow. So don't be afraid today. First you develop those skills. You are not yet aware, you don't know the country yet. So when you get more information, more policy, you are ready to answer. For example, there is a question on election reform, and they formulate an essay. They will give some language, it is required. How much do you know about the reform? So for essay, it is important to know the general awareness and background. So you can't write without a background, without the knowledge base. You can read all kinds of essays. There are very good books available in essays in political science, essays on philosophy, essays on this. Pick up, start reading essays. So while you write your essay yourself, also start reading essays. They are available. There are very good essays on political science, very good essays on social science, very good essays on philosophy. That's it. That makes your sense. Essays on development, essays on sustainability. So all that require more reading. Today, please don't rely that they will teach you everything. You will appreciate their effort when you work hard. If you spend 4 hours with them, you should spend at least 5 hours at home. How many are ready to spend 10 hours per day? How many are ready? 10-hour calendar includes 1 hour internet, half an hour newspaper. So those 2 hours, and I have not yet talked about reading a book. If you want to write an essay, you have to read books. You don't know what kind of literature you have read. Have you read any good literature? Read. Say all-round personality development of a bureaucrat is a must. Option subject is your choice. UPSC does not differentiate between what subject to take. I generally advise, not because I have some love or affection or hate, since you study a subject for 3 years, you know its fundamentals, you know books, you know vocabulary. In 1 year, you can definitely work very hard with their help in build. But it's up to you. I will not stop you if you are a physics MSc and take geography. I don't mind. People with engineering, there is a difficulty because engineering is a much wider subject area. And 80% of students who appear in civil services come from private colleges where education levels are not good. Am I right? Engineer friends, once again raise hands. Are you mostly from private colleges? Your rigor of education is poor. No IIT student will take any other subject. He can take engineering, qualify, he can take mathematics. Most of the engineering students take mathematics and physics if he is from IIT. Or he will take then philosophy. There is one book he reads in 1 month and that's it. Since you are not trained to work very hard in the private colleges, you have to develop culture of working very hard. I am not belittling you, please don't mind. I am an engineer by choice. I taught in IIT, I set up institution. I know private universities. I guide 20 of them today. But I know the difficulty in private colleges, the quality of teachers, the system, that you don't prepare for a competitive exam. Am I right? So please work very hard. And you are free to choose any subject. But those who are in MSc Physics, they have to think thrice.
Yes.
Those who are in MSc Mathematics, Biosciences, even Geography. If you are in Geography, take Geography. If you are in Economics, take Economics. Don't deviate. Because you got a background of 3 years or 5 years with you.
MSc Physics, 5 years CS study. She can go with the same.
Yeah. If you are too poor, then why do you do MSc? I am sure somebody going to BSc to MSc in Physics must be a good student. I am sure about it. So, it's a BSc level program. Work very hard. And then picking the routes is so simple. As I said, IIT student will do mathematics, physics, any subject of humanities, mostly the philosophy. And they qualify. Because they know the techniques and the competition every day in the class. Any other question? Yeah, kindly. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, my name is Surya Prakash. I completed BSc Physics. I come from Revitalizing history.
From Dandigal.
Tenkasi district.
Okay.
Kotala.
Sir, my question is UPSC CS exam versus other competitive exam like RRB banking and state PSC exams. So these exams syllabus are well structured. I mean detailed syllabus. But UPSC is different matter. Not only mains is also there, but prelims unpredictable.
Nothing is unpredictable. Nothing is unpredictable. It requires broader reading. That's it.
It's consistent.
For example, it's a bank, it's talk about bank only. But it's a civil servant, you are becoming an IAS. And then you're a boss everywhere. To go to leadership position, you have to be judged very difficult. So it's a difficult exam.
So your question is, what is the different approach it's required for the UPSC?
Consistency, I have told
to
you.
other exams.
This is one of the reasons for fear of the examination. So beyond this purpose,
I told you, I given you the step. I given you what to be done. And I also said you remain continuous and regular.
Please, sir.
There is no way. You judge every day. Previous question paper solve. Find out where you stand. Work hard. Nothing is hidden. Nothing is hidden. No favor. No discrimination. When you go to the last stage, nobody knows your marks. So you are not judged what you did in written. Each exam is independent unit. There is no bias. There is no corruption. Language is not a barrier. You can answer question in Tamil. No barrier. You can write any language. So what is the freedom you need? It is the depth of the subject which you should know. In your own opinion. That's it.
good morning, sir. First of all, will you please immense
Your name.
Karthikeya, sir. I have completed BA Economics and MA Economics. First of all, I have to thank
From?
Gunawara College, Velachery.
Okay.
I'm from economic background.
You see, when we speak these 3 words, we tell people who you are. And when you go to UPSC, they sometimes ask you who you are. And one of the difficult questions to answer is who you are. And if you start answering this question,
Yes.
now go ahead.
First of all, we please invite that because it's a wonderful opportunity to have a great conversation with you. As a beginner, we feel only one backstep till today. How can we process a newspaper notes and the correlated static subjects?
No note. If you heard me right, I said let your information base develop. When I read my records, okay, so first month don't do any recording. When you start learning, getting interested, start making notes. Notes you can make about economy. You can make notes about new developments. But you can't make notes about what Prime Minister said. That you are reading on policy of the government. If there is an article or there is a news that midday meal scheme in Tamil Nadu, study shows has done better, that's a record to be made. Because this is what one of the scheme, how is it doing? If it is a report done by somebody good, if it is done by somebody sidey, forget. So that's how you do. Economic note, developmental issues, not the criminal issues, how many people are killed. If there was a disaster, what actions were taken. Now, these are the learning. But first, develop interest to read newspaper and magazine every day. You don't read it today. Do you read it today? Not on mobile. Not on mobile.
Very important point.
I want on a hard copy. Correct? I want not the editorial first. I want the information to come. I would like to know what is the difficulty the government formation in a parliamentary election or assembly election where there is a single largest party or fractured mechanism. So you learn constitutional points. So if you read newspaper in the next 2 days, lot of constitutional points will be written on the government formation in the center and the state. These are the practical application of constitution learning when you read these things. On environment, a lot of things are said. Correct? Yeah. Please go ahead.
Sir, good afternoon everyone. Myself Harish Kumar. I am an advocate. I have studied my graduation from Satyabama University, Chennai. Sir, kindly tell us about the one extraordinary personality you have seen as a UPSC candidate and how to have edge over others. How the qualities of being extraordinary.
It's a very interesting question. My answer is very simple. Each of you are extraordinary. Because each of you have come with that dream. If you are not extraordinary, you will not take this call. And you want to be successful. If you are selected, you become extraordinary. So all are similar. Some people have good education. If somebody comes from IIT, he has appeared number of competition, he is mentally ready. Some of you are not. So if you work hard, you can qualify the same exam. The method is similar. Revise your school, become empowered, read newspaper. Some of you started reading today, many would have done much earlier. Some of you have not taken part in debating, many of them are doing. Those who are taking part in debates, they know how to write an essay. So these weaknesses you will identify and start filling. So each of you is a potential candidate to be successful. So please don't keep in your mind that superhumans are appearing. Nobody is a superhuman in this exam. Anybody can be successful. You have read the stories. Somebody, a rickshaw puller daughter, has been successful. Nobody knows her. but she is successful. She didn't show a symptom inside that she is the best. She can't, because she comes from a background which is humble. Those who come from a humble background, they can't show off. Can they show off? So that's how the life is. So please carry a message. Each of you is a potential successful candidate. Now, if this is a mindset that somebody is better than you, you are a defeated person. At the age of 38, 39, Virat Kohli still practices. You are 21. You remember what he must have done at the age of 21. Do you know a very popular story about him? He was playing for Delhi Ranji Trophy. He gets news of his father's death. Being elder son at a young age of 19, he goes back and does the cremation. Come back and he scores a century. So he is made of a very tough material. Each of you are made of tough material. You have made yourself committed to come to civil service. Is that decision you have taken?
Yes.
Yourself? Yes. So please, those who have taken decision yourself, each of you are potential candidates. It's up to you to be successful or not to be successful. Simple as that. I have seen all kinds of characters, so don't ask me.
Online people have questions. People have questions.
Yeah.
In the online.
Yeah, you can ask that question.
Yes, online students, you can just switch on your mic and you can ask. Yes.
Keep- Or you can listen to the question, ask me.
Yeah, Mr. Prakash, we can talk.
I'm very glad to meet sir and PMD sir and Alan sir. Thank you so much to make this opportunity, sir. And really helpful for this one hour of interaction with you. It's a great thing. I had two questions. One question is how cutoff is related to preparation. How can we think about that or directly think about preparation, and how diversification of aspirants pass all over India? Your tips to me and all other aspirants of our state. Thank you, sir.
Can you repeat?
Yes, sir. Is it directly proportional to the population reaching the cutoff, or sometimes inversely proportional? Sometimes more knowledge people.
The first question he is asking about the cutoff. UPSC has no predefined cutoffs. If you read the Gazette notification, it is given to you that from the preliminary exam, 12 to 13 times the number of vacancies declared will be taken. This is defined every year. If you read Gazette notification of January 26, it has given you number of vacancies. Number of vacancies multiplied 12 to 13 times decide the number of people should sit in the main exam. Now why it is 12 to 13? Because depending on the categories, SC, ST, OBC in general, the number vary. So UPSC has no cutoff. Everybody who wants to be in that range. So if this year there are 1,000 vacancies, maximum people who will be qualified in prelim would be about 13,000. So if you look at the general category, there are about 42% vacancies are meant for general category. So 1,000 means 420 multiplied by 13 is become how much? About 5,000. So the moment it reaches 5,000, cutoff comes. So UPSC, you have to prepare so that you come in this. And you know it in advance. The only difference will come on the last cut point, if there are 100 people, all 100 will be taken. All 100 will not be rejected, but all 100 will be taken in. That's why the number can increase. Simple? There's the first question. Has it answered you, Prakash?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the second question?
With respect to the mains cutoff, why the students are not able to secure 80%, 90% as they are able to secure in the college exams and university exams. Even the All India cutoff in the UPSC mains examination, the final cutoff, maximum 50-52%. Is it because of their poor performance, or is it because of the very difficult evaluation?
Neither. The structure talks about much vast learning. Howsoever superhuman you are, the kind of learning we require in essay, for general studies paper, in an option, it's a variety. You can understand whatever best you are, you cannot touch 80%, 90%. Obviously, you rest around 50 to 60%, which is fairly reasonable. So nothing wrong about it. I recount to you once again. There are 250 marks for essay. Students appearing are 3,000 to 4,000 are professionals. Doctors, engineers, blah blah blah. About 2 lakhs are humanities, social sciences. About 1 lakh in science, economics, law, and things like that. Now you can see the variety. Depending on your understanding, learning, the way you prepare, I assure you that out of those 7 papers, you can't be top in all. It can happen once in a while. It happened once, somebody got 85. Bulkily, 60% is a good achievement in a given exam of this nature. It does not mean that you only prepare 60%. I always say, if you prepare at home and you get 80% of the answers which you have, questions you already known, in the actual exam, you will only get 60%. So it's quite clear. The examination is built such a way that it covers all aspects of learning, and nobody can be perfect. Secondly, the degree of difficulty is to select now. Prelim is to reject, this is to select. So there is a degree of difficulty. I don't want to select some. Out of 13,000, I have to select only 2.5. So what do you think? The degree of difficulty of questions would be varying. My idea is not that all of you should qualify this exam. How do I differentiate? In the university, all of you can get A grade. But even if you get A grade here, I have to ultimately get 2,500. So paper is designed to discriminate. More learning you have, you are in a better position. And that's why this exam is so different. That's why you are here. For university, you didn't come to him. You didn't, huh? So there is no jugglery, there is no confusion. It's very simple. Can you now see the exam format? Exam format require economics, law and order, international relation, art and culture, music, dance, architecture, name anything. Agriculture, school education, health. Now which examination cover all these aspects? Even if you are a medico, you will do good in medical science, you might do in questions on biology, but you may not do good questions on physics. So that's why you tend to get 60%. And to get 60%, you have to prepare 80%. So there are challenges, there are answers together. But you don't listen to them. Is it clear or is the confusion left? Okay, Sambhu, question.
Myself is Subhash from Chennai. I done my degree in Bachelor of Physiotherapy. Sir, my question is, despite India's growing population and administrative demands, why the number of vacancies in civil service exam has not increased significantly, sir?
PM answers this question every day. PM says, we are doing today digital governance. So we require few heads. In tomorrow with AI coming in, even these heads will reduce. So future people will be those who can beat AI. That means those who are more powerful, more intelligent, those who know how to control AI. So future bureaucrats would be challenged much more of their own thinking to solve a problem. Answer is simple. At least for each district we have a collector. So there is no dearth. How many districts you have in the country? You should have fingerprints on your fingertips, this information. And we have collector everywhere. 90% cases the collector is in IAS. 10% cases they are state level. And you are trying to become an IAS. Similarly, there will be an SP. 90% are IPS. Foreign service all are IFS. Custom excise all are from this exam. So you are trying to become in the cream. The moment your first posting occur, a district budget is how much? You are placed in Trichy, what is the district budget of Trichy? Anybody knows? 400 crore, 500 crore, 1000 crore. Trichy is one of the bigger district, industrially advanced district. It is culturally very strong district after Madurai. So what should be budget? And the young collector would deal with that budget.
What's the budget of Tamil Nadu?
Say that?
4 lakh crore.
4 lakh crore. So roughly each, how many districts are in Tamil Nadu?
38.
So even if I take an average, it will be what? 1000 crore. Roughly, isn't it? So that whenever you become an IAS, become a collector, you are handling 1000 crores distributed over 20 departments. So the amount of information level, your decision making, can you see now? So you have to prepare for it. Training में नहीं prepare करते आपको. If you think they convert you in training, no. Most of you are converted through this exam only. This exam converts you to an IAS. They only take you to how the work is done. But you should know what work is to be done. This exam will tell you. Okay? Yep. Any other question? Yeah.
Myself, Mohammed Akhtar. I done my graduation at Revitalizing College Research Institute, Madurai. And I completed BS Nursing. My native is Ramanathapuram. Now, my question is, in mains question paper, mains aspect, we have written the answer is multiple languages, like Hindi, English, multiple languages.
Recognized by, yeah.
But in prelims aspect, why UPSC cannot set multiple language?
Not required. Language is only you have to read, you have done high school, English you know, you are not answering English, you are not tick mark.
Even in the mains examination, the question paper will be only in English.
English and Hindi. There is no translation.
Answer in Tamil. The question paper will not be in all the languages. Only in English and Hindi. The same way it will be in prelims exam also. English and Hindi. It won't be in all the languages. Moreover, it's a multiple choice question, right, in the prelims examination. You have to read, understand, analyze, eliminate, choose and mark. Where is the language comes? Right? So nothing to worry about it. So if you know English to read and understand, then understand.
And that's why I said start reading the question paper. Did I say this? You heard me when I said in the beginning, start from today, learn how to read the question paper. You forget what UPSC does. UPSC is a candidate friendly organization. Cobwebs are in your mind. It's for you. These are your weaknesses. When you are in subject areas which are not broad, like nursing, your vocabulary become limited. Your understanding other subjects become limited. Because you go to a very narrow professional course. Somebody who is doing BSc or BA course in a university, he goes to multiple subjects. So for you it is important to read the questions. Is that correct? Okay. Yeah.
Good afternoon. Myself Manoj Guru. I am a chemistry teacher in IAS Academy. And my question is, why UPSC doesn't release prelims answer key?
What will you do? What will you do? Have you ever find a case where somebody written, my answers are right, UPSC failed me?
Now it's releasing, sir, last 2 years.
No. Why do you need it? In fact, even only I decided that this should be released. Before that, it was never released. But my question, why?
So some question has 2 to 3 answers while discussing.
They know what is the right answer. Paper is not set by, they are the top people in the country. And they are not biased against you. Has there been a report that UPSC question paper has 2 different answers? Have you read any report?
Only among the aspirants there will be 2 opinions.
Yes, some
But that may not be correct opinion. That may not be correct opinion. When the key will come, if I declare the key, it was happened in Tamil Nadu, nothing happened, interview could not be held, court case after the court case. It took 3 years to solve. And then what court said? Give marks in proportion to attainment in exam. Then why do you have this interview? If written is the only exam, don't have interviews. So court people are not the best people. They just want to avoid all difficulties and give a generalized judgment. 3 साल तक ये कुछ नहीं हुआ. Good. And we have a grievance mechanism. If you find by any chance at that time, even that can be corrected. Our results come in May, placement occur in July, the key comes in May, you can check up your answer, you can prove to UPSC that you have been mistaken, they will correct it. Okay? In my life, whenever I give an exam, I don't bother what is the key of exam. I know the day one whether I done rightly or wrongly. It is only those who are not done well try to find fault. Except you are not a material. What's wrong? Nothing wrong about it. Yep. Any other 2 questions before we close?
1 or 2. Last.
Last, nobody want to ask me a question? Yeah.
Please.
Myself, I come from an engineering background, sir. My question is option basis, sir. How can choose option subjects if our own interest basis are with clear examination basis? Which angle is the best to choose option?
You went to engineering for interest? No? What interests you? What interests you? Huh?
History.
So take history. Your goal is to qualify this exam. So you decide. And why do you take interest in history? Tell me why. Why are you interested in history?
ஏன் ஹிஸ்ட்ரி பிடிச்சிருக்குன்னு சொல்லுங்க.
You think it is easy? Did you read the question paper of history last time?
Learning. To know more about our.
Yes, the best course is before you take a subject, you will at least look at past year question paper. Okay, now you are telling, you didn't tell your father that you didn't want to do engineering. Why didn't you leave, left after first year? I did engineering. You didn't do this because you did not interested. It's not fair.
Final question, last question. Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Nitish Kanga. I have done my graduation in technical engineering. My question is that, as I have said earlier, we can acquire our knowledge through books and newspaper, but how can we develop our managing personality?
Personality I already explained. On the managing skill, if you remember, I said, journey, I counted 2 months. I said, it is May. If you want to give first year attempt, in first year, it will be 27 May. Till that time, I told you how to plan. And I also said the checks. So that's called managerial skill. But if you can't sit down and study 2 hours, I can't plan your calendar for you, can I? How many hours can you sit at one time and study seriously? According to?
Normally, in general.
Yeah, you have the subject in front. You will read history, geography, political science, mathematics. These are the subject. Writing essay, English. How much time you can sit down and study? You can read mathematics 6 to 8 hours. You have to be clear, no? If you are reading, say for example, preparing yourself for history paper, can you read 3 hours continuous history? Will it be 1 hour? It will be half an hour? In your studies till now, what is the maximum length you sit down to study? 1.5 hours. Is that true about most of you? So your span is only 1 hour. Only you know how much you can sit down. And you have to plan your calendar that if I have to read so much material today, how much time I will spend. It's for you to make. I've already said 1 hour required, 1.5 hours required for learning about policy of the government and reading newspaper, magazines, and I said 1 hour for your physical exercise. Rest of the time available to you. You now plan. I also said something which comes easily to you, start first. I also suggested to first do school, then I said prelim, then I said main GS1, GS2, GS3, and I said choose your option. So I have given you all managerial points, but individual calendar has to be made by you. I also said do it regularly, not one day 10 hours, other day 2 hours. Let it be 6 hours per day. Is that the managerial things or anything else? I think there is nothing else in managerial. I am not going to choose food for you. I can't choose exercise for you. So that you take care. Thank you. Okay, friends, I think we had any confusion left. Chaliye, I wish you best in.
Thank you, sir, for your fruitful session. Now CMD sir will be honoring our former UPSC chairman, sir.
So we are tied up. Thank you. Wish you all very best. Take it seriously, but slowly. Don't worry.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for patiently listening. It would be a guide for the whole year for you. The entire preparation has to be followed by all these steps. Like for prelims, this will be the fruitful guide. Like throughout the entire process, this exam tests your personality only. Most of all, rather than your knowledge base, it tests your personality only. That's what you develop your personality similar to a civil service career. That's what sir's suggestion pointed out. The 4 suggestions are gave to improve how would you think about an issue, and that would be tested in the exam. So it would be very helpful if you keep that in mind and strategize your entire preparation. And yeah, yes sir, thank you so much for us.
Actually, sir, association with KingMakers IAS Academy, particularly the last 5 to 6 years, it has helped us a lot. Before that, there were some myths which were associated with the civil services preparation, not only with the respect to personality test, but also for prelims as well as for the mains. From Tamil Nadu, the students, they were not able to get good marks in the personality test. You know very well, immediately the people, they started criticizing the central government as well as UPSC. Whenever the students are appearing from Tamil Nadu, then they are treated in a different way. Like that, they started talking. Then we started identifying the mistakes which were committed by the students of Tamil Nadu. With the help of sir, we started giving the coaching. Now, you will be wondering, the last 10 years, particularly in the last 5 years, before that and all, hardly only one student, she was able to get more than 200 plus. But this year alone, more than 13 students from Tamil Nadu who were trained by KingMakers IAS Academy, they have secured 200 plus. Not only that, the students from across India, they registered in KingMakers IAS Academy for the personality test. Initially, we were able to get only 10 results in 2013. But now, more than 700 students, they registered for the personality test. This year alone, we have produced 239 achievers in the personality test alone. It is all because of the inputs and training given by our former UPSC Chairman, sir. 2023 and 2024, which is most important year in the history of KingMakers IAS Academy. Tamil Nadu வரலாற்றிலேயே இதுவரைக்கும் எந்த ஒரு IAS அகாடமிலையும் ஆல் இந்தியா ரேங்க் நம்பர் 1 அப்படின்ற ரேங்க் எங்கேயுமே கிடையாது. பட் 23ல சார் ட்ரைனிங் கொடுத்து முடிச்ச உடனே நானும் சாரும் தான் உட்கார்ந்தோம். We were sitting together in the panel. Sir told that this girl is going to be the all India topper. I don't know how he guessed. Ishita Kishore, she became all India number 1 rank in 2023. Sir is the one who trained her. Sir said the same word. She is a good material. She is having a lot of potential. The same way she was able to crack it. In 2024, Aditya Srivastava, again he became all India topper. So my dear students, you are in the safest hands for your coaching program, for your teaching program, for your mentoring program. Make use of the greatest resource persons who are available in our academy. By God's grace, we have got excellent team of mentors. Make use of this. The opportunities which was not available once upon a time in Tamil Nadu, now everything is available in front of you. Once we were not able to reach even someone who has cleared this examination. But now, in front of you, the very first day of your preparation, you are able to meet someone who has produced thousands of achievers. As a member, as a chairman, you would have seen 20,000 to 30,000 candidates in his career who are successful today. Across India, across the world, his students and during his period who were selected, they are all posted in different capacities. So we are blessed that you are all going to be trained by such a greatest resource person. So 2028 you are all going to give attempt. 2028 you will be appearing for your personality test. You will be seeing your results. That time you have to tell, my first journey started, very first day of journey started with the blessings of our former UPSC Chairman. Today I am in front of you as a successful candidate, as an achiever in the civil service examination. All credit goes to such a great legend that is P Agrawal sir. I am sure that will happen. Friends, you have to prove that. அற்புதமான ஒரு செஷன் இன்னைக்கு. உங்களுடைய பர்சனாலிட்டியை கம்ப்ளீட்டா மோல்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காரு சார் இன்னைக்கு. யூபிஎஸ்சி அந்த மித்தை உடைச்சிருக்காரு. யூபிஎஸ்சி என்ன அப்படின்றத கம்ப்ளீட்டா பார்த்துருக்கோம். இப்போ இதை விட ஒரு பெஸ்ட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் யாராலையும் கொடுக்க முடியாது. ஸோ மேக் யூஸ் ஆஃப் திஸ். இன்னையிலிருந்து சீரியஸ் மோட் ஆஃப் ப்ரிப்பரேஷனுக்கு வாங்க. ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி வேர்ட் வாட் எவர் சார் செட், இட்ஸ் அ கோல்டன் வேர்ட்ஸ். Even if you are reading the newspaper, don't read it in the soft copy, read it in the hard copy. That is very important word. Don't start from editorial, start from everything. Have some more knowledge, then only you can get maximum marks. It is not inversely proportional, it is the more you study, more marks definitely you will be able to get it. So the approach and the perspectives, perceptions, everything you have to have a different thing from today onwards. So I am sure in the batch, again, எப்படி ஆல் இண்டியா ரேங்க் நம்பர் 1 நம்ம அகாடமியில் பர்சனாலிட்டி டெஸ்ட்டில் 2 வருஷம் வந்துச்சோ, அதே போல தொடர்ந்து எவ்ரி இயர் ஆல் இண்டியா நம்பர் 1 ரேங்க் பிசிஎம் பேட்சிலேருந்து வரணும். அப்படி வந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா அதுதான் சாரோடுக்கு இவ்வளவு தூரம் உழைச்சதுக்கான ஒரு பெரிய கிரெடிட். நிச்சயமா நடக்கும் அப்படின்னு நம்புறேன். நல்லா கேட்டுக்கலாம், நீங்க தான் நடத்த போறீங்க அதை. ஸோ விஷ் ஆல் தி பெஸ்ட். அதாவது இந்த பாலச்சந்தர் அண்ட் பாரதராஜா சொல்லுவாங்க, கொட்டுப்பட்டாலும் மோதிர கையால கொட்டுப்படணும் அப்படின்ட்டு. திட்டு வாங்கினாலும் டிபி அகர்வால் சார்ட்ட திட்டு வாங்கணும்னு சொல்லுவாங்க யூபிஎஸ்சி ஃபீல்டில். ஏன்னா சாரோடைய பேனல் அண்ட் சாரோடைய போர்டு அப்படின்னாவே யூபிஎஸ்சி ஹிஸ்ட்ரியிலேயே பயங்கரமான போர்டு, பயங்கரமான பேனல் அப்படிதான் அர்த்தம். சாரோடைய பேரை கேட்டாவே நடுங்கும் இந்த ஃபீல்டில். அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு கிரேட் பர்சனாலிட்டி. ஏன்னா ஒரு நாள் நான் சார் கூட நான் ஒரு 4 இயர்ஸ்க்கு முன்னாடி ட்ராவல் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருந்தோம் காரில். அப்போது தமிழ்நாடுடைய ஸ்டேட் பிரசிடெண்ட்டாக பிஜேபி பிரசிடெண்ட்டாக அண்ணாமலை சார் இருந்தார். சார் வந்திருக்கு தெரிஞ்சவொடனே எனக்கு அவர் ரொம்ப க்ளோஸ் ஃப்ரெண்டுன்றதுனால சார் வந்தது இங்கே தெரிஞ்சவொடனே சார் இங்கே இருக்கிறாரு நாமா அப்படின்னு. நானும் அவர் பேனலில் தான் இன்டர்வியூ அட்டன் பண்ணி ஐபிஎஸ் ஆனேன், சார்ட்ட கொடுங்க பேசணும் அப்படின்னாரு. உடனே தென் ஐ கேவ் த ஃபோன் டு சார் டு டிஸ்கஸ் வித் ஹிம். உடனே அப்போ உடனே ஹி ரீகலெக்டட் எவ்ரி திங். சார் நான் உங்கள் பேனலில் தான் சார் அட்டன் பண்ணேன் அப்படின்ட்டு. அப்படி நிறைய பேர் தமிழ்நாட்டிலேயே இப்போ டாப் மோஸ்ட் பொசிஷனில் இருக்கிறவங்க சார் பீரியடில் ட்ரெயின் ஆனவங்க. ஸோ நீங்களும் அந்த வரலாற்றில் வெரி சூன் நீங்கள் இணைய போகிறீங்க. உங்கள் அத்தனை பேருக்கும் என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்கள். கிங்மேக்கர்ஸ் ஐஏஎஸ் அகாடமியில் ஜாயின் பண்ணணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்டு வந்த பெற்றோர்கள், மாணவர்கள் அத்தனை பேருக்கும் என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்கள். ஆன்லைன் வழியாக இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை பார்த்துட்டு வெகு விரைவில் நம்ம அகாடமிக்கு நேரடியாக வரக்கூடிய மாணவர்கள் எவ்வளோ சீக்கிரம் வர முடியுமோ வந்துடுங்க. நாளைக்கு உங்களை எல்லாத்தையும் வெல்கம் பண்ணுறதுக்காக இந்த 1 இயர் பயிற்சி முடிச்சுட்டு those who have completed the coaching, they are going to come here to welcome you all. So as a junior, நீங்கள் அவங்கள வெல்கம் பண்ணுறதுக்கு இன்கேஸ் இஃப் யூ ஹாவ் எனி ஸ்கிரிப்ட் ஆர் இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு டாக் இன் ஃப்ரண்ட் ஆஃப் எவ்ரி ஒன், யூ கேன் ஆல்சோ கம் டு த ஸ்டேஜ். சம் கல்ச்சுரல் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் கூட நாளைக்கு இருக்கு. சீனியர்ஸும் பண்ணுறாங்க உங்களை வெல்கம் பண்ணுறதுக்கு. ஜூனியர்ஸ் யூ கேன் ஆல்சோ டூ சம்திங். ஓகே, ஸோ மார்னிங் 9 o'clock we will meet இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஃபார்மல் இனாகுரேஷன், நாளைக்கு வந்து கொஞ்சம் கேஷுவலான ஒரு இனாகுரேஷன். ஓகே, இன்னும் ஜாலியாக இருக்கும். நாளைக்கு யூ ஆர் கோயிங் டு மீட் ஆல் த ஃபேக்கல்டி மெம்பர்ஸ், all the resource persons, all the bureaucrats. You're also going to witness the feedback of all the seniors. ஸோ ஒரு வித்தியாசமான ஒரு செஷனாக இருக்க போது நாளைக்கு. எவ்வளோ ஏர்லியராக வரீங்களோ அவ்வளோ ஏர்லியராக உங்களுக்கு சீட்டு கிடைக்கும். அதனால் என்ன கீழே இருக்க ஃப்ளோர்லாம் நடக்கும். அப்படி இல்லைன்னா நீங்கள் மேலே வந்து லைவில் தான் நீங்கள் பார்க்க வேண்டிய சுச்சுவேஷன் இருக்கும். ஸோ அதனால் மேக்ஸிமம் வந்து நாளைக்கு கொஞ்சம் சீக்கிரமாக வரதுக்கு எல்லாருமே ட்ரை பண்ணுங்கள். விஷ் யூ ஆல் தி பெஸ்ட். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் சார். ஒன்ஸ் அகைன் நல்ல ஒரு கைதட்டி சாருக்கு தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்லலாம்.